Still not getting. What happened here? Oh. So here, she never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. And by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music, scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performance. She wanted, if we suppose we are not able to see, so what we can do with that problem? If we have eyes only, then we will achieve something. We read, identify, we walk smoothly, properly. So all the organs of the bodies are very important, and here if we have all kind of senses properly working. Suppose if you have a kind of disadvantage or disability, what will you do? You always think of that, thinking about, oh God, no, I can't write. Oh God, no, I can't do it now. I can't help it now. Oh God, no, from now onwards I will not be able to go to school because I have lost a rank or I have failed in so and so subject. Like this, we always think of disabilities and involving, we lose our heart, we go deeper and deeper in uncomfortable zone, then we will not achieve anything and we will be destroying ourselves, ruining ourselves. See here, this teacher, percussionist Ron Forbes, identified her potential ability to think about drums and he gave her tunes like this. One is larger and one is a shorter, lower. So bigger and shorter. How the sound must be lower and higher. This is called what you tune. Tuning, you know very well, up and down musical rhythm. So this girl will be thinking of her disadvantage or disability. She will not have achieved anything at all. But here how could she started feeling herself and she started thinking about her ability that she will be able to performing that drum or musical instruments. So one must test her ability. So one note must be different from another note. This is not like word game. If I give you one sentence, you will not be able to write it properly. There may be a lot of mistakes. Even you are having good listening ability. In spite of your good attention, you will not be able to follow the lines or words properly. Then here think of this girl, how she worked hard and became a musician. She attended and awarded by Royal Academy of Music in very early age, in very early age. How she started feeling? She started feeling the rhythm sound into her parts of the body. Can you imagine this line, children? Different parts of her body. Okay, we have that kind of sense also. For example, snakes. Snakes do not have ears, but they immediately identify the sounds through their body. This is one example I give you. Immediately they identify the enemy. So after this practice, she never looked back. She worked hard and hard, practiced hard and hard. From that point of onwards, she toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history. Audition, you have been with this. Okay, this word will be very easy and familiar for you. Familiar word, auditioned, gave a short performance so that the director could decide whether she was good enough. So she auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. See, she was able to practice with the normal people. She is not normal girl. She is physically impaired. She is completely dead. So she now gave tough competition to their other friends. So and for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. That is what nothing about her generalness. That is about her broad-mindedness and very humble character. She is not getting anything to in her mind to stop her practice. So if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. See the line. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and a hectic international schedule. She got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments, not 1, 2, 3, 100, 500. Some of 1,000 instruments she got mastery over. Some of a total of 1,000 instruments. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly. Without hearing in our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is. Intriguing means fascinating and curious, attractive. So it is very fascinating, attractive to watch her programs function so effortlessly without hearing. She is not hearing any music, whatever she is giving, whatever giving concert, she is not audible. It is not audible for her. She laughed. So this kind of immense pleasure, deep effort, a very conscious concentration, and that is what lot of devotion towards the study of music. So this is what how she deeply involved in using instruments, musical instruments. See, not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. A lilt means a dialect, a way of speaking. Flawlessly means without any mistakes, faults. She speaks flawlessly with the Scottish style. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. She says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. For all that, she lost her hearing capacity by a damage in her nerve. Okay, she lost her hearing ability with some sort of damage in her ear nerve. So she lost her when she was 11. Okay, up to 11 she could hear. So that's why she managed to learn French and some basic Japanese. As for music, she explains it pours in through every part of my body. See what? For music, she explains it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin. See how she feels about the music. My cheekbones and even in my hair. Some sounds she could be hearing properly through her hair, cheekbones, all the parts of the body. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. So sometimes we hear echoic sounds. That is those resonances. The resonances flowing into her body, and she used to stand barefooted on a wooden platform. She removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her leg. Okay. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. She got this prestigious award from this Philharmonic Society. She is master percussionist James Blades. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. We do all the things without any feeling. We eat breakfast, no feelings. We talk to our parents, no feelings. We write notes, no feelings. Without feelings, we do everything. So that's why we don't get any result. Suppose you sit before television and take mobile phone in your hand and start eating your lunch. Whatever you will finish, unknowingly you will eating, gobbling everything, but you won't digest because there is no feel of eating. If you have lost feeling in eating and saliva not being produced, tasting chemicals will not be produced, then you will start suffering stomach pain. Like this, she feels music, she feels everything, but we don't feel. So that's why far more deeply than any of us, any others. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I just got to work. So this is what children I. It is short form of I. I just got to work. Often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She, apart from her this kind of rewards and money, she started giving free music sessions, free concerts in prisons and hospitals to make them better, to make them comfortable in their hospitals and prisons. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians and reclaim of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Glanny has already accomplished more than the most people twice her age. Glanny achieved, accomplished, finished more than most people twice her age. More than most people twice her age. This is also comparative degree children, type 2. More than most people twice her age. So she has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. It is a great inspiration to those who are suffering same kind of or different kind of disability, who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions of people. So this content is written by Deborah Cowley. Okay, Deborah Cowley. Okay, children, see here. Thinking about the text, you must think. Read at least 5 to 10 times this lesson. Then start thinking these questions. Not unless you read the chapter properly, don't go to such kind of things. Because here you are in ninth standard, you will have to write in a paragraphs, in pages and pages. So see here a short paragraph of 30 to 40 words. So here question goes like this. How old was Evelyn when she went to the Royal Academy of Music? When was her deafness first noticed? When was it confirmed? These two are very short answers questions. Children comment in the comment box for these two questions. Who helped her to continue with the music? What did he do and say? So the man who helped her to continue with the music, Forbes gave him enough opportunity, lot of opportunity to work with the drums. He gave him some kind of different lessons to think about her sounds. Feel the sound, not listen to the sound here, children. Feel the sound. What you say if you listen to this lesson, if you are watching this YouTube channel, this lesson, you are not feeling sometimes you will not be understanding. So what do you want to do? You have to feel the sound. So she is feeling. Okay. If you ask your friend to touch something by closing the eyes, okay, and ask your friend to listen to the music or listen to a sound by closing, blocking the ears. So this is kind of a test material for you. So what did he do? He gave her all kinds and gave her a lot of practice. So name the various places and causes for which Evelyn performs. So how does Evelyn hear music? So this is very interesting question. You have to introspect yourself and write. How does Evelyn hear music? She feels music. She is not able to hear music. She is deaf. But the question goes like this: how does Evelyn hear music? Can you answer the children? Can you answer? Is it possible to answer? Yes, it is possible to answer, but how you have to think of this question means here, she is hearing music from the all the parts of the body, okay, from the parts of the body, from hair, from legs, from body, from cheekbones, like this, etc. A lot of things is there. You can read the chapter and go through the lesson. Now this is part two, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. You know some musicians here. This is Dr. Zakir Hussain, Ustad. Okay. These two are Bombay sisters. Okay. And try to identify these persons. Here with Shana, there is a pipe in his mouth. This kind of instrument is called Shana. This is Bharat Ratna Bismillah Khan. So he is a flutist. He is, I think, these things are violins. Okay. Sitar maestro. He is sitar maestro. Okay. Think of Shana, and the first thing you will probably imagine is a wedding or a similar occasion or function. The next will probably be Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shana maestro playing this instrument. Yes, sir? Playing this instrument. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of music instrument. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Pungi became the generic name for reedy noise makers. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. He played instrument before royal family, royalty, and everyone was impressed. The instrument so different from pungi had to be given in a new name. So this is how a Shahnai came into existence. Shahnai developed in such a way. Pungi developed into Shahnai. Pungi had kind of shrill voice. It's not so pleasant. That's why Kings banned that music. Since it was first played in the Shah's chambers, Shah, okay, Shah's chambers in royalty was played by a nai. What we call it? Nai means we call nai, sometimes we call it nai, it is profession, barber. The instrument was named the Shahnai. So it is since it is played in the chamber of Shah, the player was a barber, nai, that's why it is called Shahnai. So thus the name came into existence. See children, this is the difference between Pungi and Shahnai. So after this session, after the class, you try to listen to Pungi and Shahnai. You go to YouTube and try to listen to different instruments. Pungi, very ancient instrument. Shahnai, also developed after Pungi. So try to listen to Shahnai, especially of Bharat Ratna Bismillah Khan, Ustad Bismillah Khan. The sound of Shahnai began to be considered auspicious, and for this reason it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. The sound of Shana, it is considered to be auspicious, okay, very secret, pure, and for this reason it is still played in temples. That's why it is played in temples. It is an indispensable means children, essential, compulsory, essential component of any North Indian wedding in the past. The Shanai was part of the Naupa, a traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. Till recently, it was used in only in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Bharat Ratna Ustad Bismillah Khan. Since earlier days, it was only played in temples. Okay, it was auspicious. So Ustad Bismillah Khan brought this instrument to the classical stage to perform in a concerts. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Tumran, Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple. Bihariji means Krishna temple. Okay, they call this like this. To sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, at the end of which he would a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago. 80 years ago, this happened 80 years ago. The little boy has traveled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. See here, it is Bharat Ratna. So he traveled. 80 years ago, he started his career like this. He started playing Shanai in different parts of the country, far away. And again, this travel, this journey, the little boy has traveled far, very far means here for many years, more and more years, to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. Born on 21st March 1960, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baks Khan was the Shahnai Nawaz of the Bhojpuri king's court. His father Paigambar Baks and the other paternal ancestors were also great Shahnai players. Paternal means the relatives, ancestors of father. Maternal means the relatives, ancestors from side of mother. The young boy took early in life at the age of 3 when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras. Now it is called Varanasi. Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle's practice the shana. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Baks to the Vishnu temple of Banaras, where Baks was employed to play the shana. Ali Baks would play the shana and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours and slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangalamaya and the banks of Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. Solitude means alone. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of Shana. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938, came Bismillah's big break, big turn. He soon became an often heard Shanai player on radio. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shanai. He poured his heart out into coffee from the Red Fort to an audience which included Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Jahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and the other souvenirs. The King of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah Khan's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film. Okay? After the instrument called Moonje Uti Shayanai. Try to watch the children. Or you can watch the Sanadi Appan. It is a Kannada film The co-star was Dr. Rajkumar, and here you can listen to the music of Bharat Ratna Ustad Bismillah Khan. After the instrument called Gunji Uti Shahnai, the film was a hit and one of the Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Kha Kilona Hai Tu Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chart buster. Despite this huge success, the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two Vijay Bhatt's Kunjuti Shanai and Vikram Srinivas Kannada picture Sanadi Appanna. Okay, that was the director Sanadi Appanna. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with the emphasis. So awards and recognitions came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Tahar Mosik Ustad Bismillah Khan. National award like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushana, and the Padma Bhushana were conferred on him. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, with the coveted award sitting on his chest and his eyes glinting with a rare happiness. He said, all I would like to say is teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music. This is last message to the message to the future generation. Okay. So here, children, let's stop it, and we will continue in the next session. That is on Monday, same time, 4th period. Try to write down all the notes and exercises, children. Probably this is what a pandemic situation where we have to learn through